Right Through the Arts is a documentary series on celebrated South African artists. Each episode follows an artist's creative journey, challenging them to not only produce a work that is outside of their comfort zone, but also to do it in just 5 days. By following the process that unfolds, viewers are given a unique insight into how artists think and work in a particular medium, and how contemporary South African art is an integral part of conversations about the world around us.
Sam is highly respected, in the community of artists and musicians.
Sam sort of has a good feel about the bigger picture of art.
His work is recognized and appreciated.
Sam should be the artist laureate of this country.
Sam Nhlengethwa's much celebrated collage art brings together bits and pieces cut from magazines, photographs and photocopies. These cutouts are arranged on a painted canvas to create evocative scenes about jazz, mining and life in the city. It's day one and time to meet Sam the artist.
I started like any other kid from primary, like doodling, doing this and that. And I remember when I was doing, whether it was grade 3 or 4, I was popular in the class to sort of like decorate or illustrate my classmates, books. They will pay me with some half a penny, during those times.
Sam is also an avid jazz fan and especially enjoys the music of friend and celebrated musician Sam Nhlengethwa. In this episode of Right Through the Arts, Sam is challenged to use animation and one of Zim's tracks to bring a collage to life. To help him meet the challenge, we offer Sam the assistance of an animator. Dave Clark arrives as Sam is putting up the canvas for the artwork.
Hi, Sam. I'm David Clark. I'm here to help you with your animation challenge. Today is day one.
In actual fact, I was looking at the format of this.
For me, it's a bit of a jump in mediums because I'm from a background of computer animation.
When I was commissioned to sort of like do this kind of piece, I was stuck because when I looked back to several pieces that I was doing, it was like orchestras, one soloist on piano, bass player, etc. And I said, why don't I sort of like look into another set of instruments, which were percussions. I think it's because I've done several jazz pieces in the past, and the uniqueness of this one, it just has a percussionist and a piano standing by itself. So it's a print that I did long time ago, and I just felt like transferring it into a larger painting.
Where does your interest and your love of jazz come from?
It comes from my 2 eldest brothers. One is still alive, the second one, and the eldest one passed away, who actually was the influence in the family when it comes to sort of like understanding music. He was a jazz musician himself in Natalspruit, Katlehong. He played 3 instruments. A flute was the first one, and then he later played a flugelhorn and piano.
Knowing his love and passion for jazz, we ask Sam why he's chosen a piece by Sam Nhlengethwa for his animation.
I mean, his compositions, they sort of like, the way he composes, he weaves jazz and some songs, traditional songs that we know. He does it so well.
Is there a particular track you'd like to use for this animation?
I know in his CD called Semiology, I've got several favorite tracks, and don't be a hassle for me to sort of like pick my favorite one from there.
We leave Sam and Dave to get to know each other and go to the next door studio to ask Joachim Schoenfeld about his neighbor.
Hi, I'm Joachim Schoenfeld. I'm an artist, and I'm working at the Bag Factory, and my neighbor is Sam Nhlengethwa. I sort of met Sam when we were all brought together to try to move into the Bag Factory, which was then a very new project where somebody was trying to put a good cross-section of South Africans together to work together as an artist. What is very rich about Sam is that he understands the many dynamics of art, that it's not just about making it. It's about who you meet and discussions that you have, experiences that you have, and people you invite in to talk about it. And sometimes people who want to see you and talk about it. So Sam sort of has a good feel about the bigger picture of art, the kind of social aspect, the making aspect, and so on.
Sometimes there are unexpected visitors to the studios. So when Vali Musa pops by during filming, we take the opportunity to ask him about his passion for contemporary art.
We're really at a time when I think artists are becoming very much part of the fabric of South African society. As we grow as a nation, the artists of this country will also expand and grow and become more integrated, because in the past many of the great artists lived on the margins or lived in other parts of the world, and I think we all need to enjoy it. That's what I do.
To me, it's just like a mirror. A mirror is an important thing to each and every person. You'll never spend the whole week without. I'm just being modest. We spend a day, every day when you go out of your house, you sort of like use the mirror. And artists, they are a mirror of a nation. And I know it's difficult for people to understand this, but we sort of like push some culturalness in us, which is something that every nation must have.
How do you intend to do this?
Dave, I think I'm going to paint the background and the foreground first.
Sure.
And then the piano, it could also be painted on, but I have a choice to collage it. But definitely him and the instruments, we're going to collage that.
And how do you normally put things together? I mean, how do you normally keep the things on the canvas? Do you stick them, or? I
do stick them, and most of the time I would sort of like cut out my shape, and then soak it into the water, and then dry it a little, and then put gel, which is the glue that we use, and then stick it on.
It's quite vibrant, and I just love how all the bits and pieces fit together, how the jazz is so similar to what the artwork's going to be, how the artwork's going to be created. Okay, Sam, I want you to drum for me. I'm going to take a couple shots of you drumming. Cool, come this side. Let me show you this camera quick. What this does is it takes just a normal photograph, like any camera. Now, what we do is we get the still photos of the things on the canvas, and we string them along almost like a string of pearls moving through time. And we play them back and forward. So here is the piece of you drumming. So by playing these elements sequentially, you can actually fake motion, fake life, bring animation to life. And this is what we're going to be doing for the canvas. So every time you add an element or take an element away, I'll be taking one shot. And then depending on how it looks, we can slow it down and speed it up and edit.
With the animation process explained, Sam begins preparing his canvas. A few hours into the painting work, we ask him what still needs to be done before the collaging and animation can actually begin.
Now I need to do the foreground. I must take off that masking tape, do the foreground, layers and layers, but there it's supposed to be washes because the foreground is more like there's light coming onto the floor. And if I can balance that, then we're animating tomorrow.
Sam, how long does it normally take to create a collage of this size?
If I work 16 hours on this piece, that should be enough.
Today went well. I hardly did any work. I just pushed a button a couple times. Sam did most of the hard stuff. the painting. Tomorrow is going to be more of the animation day, so I'm quite excited, and I'm actually show Sam some hardcore animation. So, yeah.
It's day 2, and on the way to his studio, Sam stops off at his local copy shop. He's found some images of hands in magazines and wants them scanned and printed. He'll eventually cut up and reassemble these color printouts and use them as part of his collage.
Peter, Shabuya. This is Austin, the man who's going to assist me here, and he knows what exactly I want because he's the one who deals with my stuff. This hand, né? And then on the sides, a postcard.
I'm scanning this for Sam so that we get it on the computer so that I'm going to crop it nicely there.
In fact, the selection of all these images, I'm going to compose my musician on the canvas. And then because he's a percussionist, I would like to play with various hands. So I just want to have more of them. I don't want to limit myself. So I'm going to have multiple hands for the percussionist. I go through various magazines. You know, sometimes I use my camera to shoot, to take images. But if I want a shortcut, I just take it from magazines and posters.
Is the size I got?
Yeah, that's fine. Once I found my material in the magazine, I come here to the center, and then, as you know, my professor is just next to me.
Working with Sam, it's a very nice thing. He doesn't push you to do his work. You take your time and think, what else can you do for him? So it's very nice. Art is good, but it's just a lot of work you must do. The paintings, so it's a lot of work.
With the additional copies done, Sam arrives at the studio to begin a day of collaging.
Some shopping for myself.
First off in his jazz scene is the grand piano, which Sam is going to cut from a piece of paper he painted the day before. But our challenge to Sam is to extend his collage into animation. He's going to need a whole lot of patience, energy, and the assistance of Dave to make his piano come to life.
Can I quickly make myself a cup of coffee?
Go for it.
I'm preparing my table with the cutting mat on, where I'm going to do all the cuttings, starting with the piano and other details on the canvas. This is our color for our piano. I think at first I'm going to do just a preparation on another sheet of paper, so that when I go on this piano paper, then I've got my proportions right. Now I'm cutting the shape of the piano, and I'm gonna place it on the canvas and see if I'm happy with that proportion.
Oh
yeah, that's good. Good on you.
Well,
I'm trying to do a jigsaw puzzle here.
are you just getting alignment and?
Yeah, trying to figure things out so that when we go direct on our main piano paper, we've got it right.
Awesome. And then are you going to be doing the cutout of the black piano as reference to that piece?
Yeah. So I think I'm happy with that scale.
Sure.
And then, then I'm gonna go there.
Nice.
Yeah. The hands that we were talking about yesterday.
Yes.
I've got several of them, so we're gonna play around. I think more or less I'm ready. Let's go for it.
Yes.
I'm gonna cut the shapes now.
Do you need help? Okay, rather do it. You don't want me to go. Have you got kids, Sam?
Yes, I have kids.
How many?
I have 10.
10?
I'm kidding. I have 3 girls. To be a parent is not an easy thing. You don't only think about yourself, you must think about your dependents. Sometimes when I'm outside the country, I'm obliged not to have fun wherever I am, Paris or New York. I must know that I need to call home. It's good. It really put me on my toes. Okay. So this invisible line, I'm also going to sort of like have it to trace the top part of the piano.
Okay, just to leave a marker.
Yeah, just to leave a mark there, and then.
So we know where the final position's going to be.
Yes, and this is where I'm going to apply the highlights of oil paint. It's a nice shape of a piano.
Having put the piano onto the canvas, Sam realizes that it disappears into the background, so he repaints the canvas with a slightly lighter blue. At this point, we wonder how he's feeling about the process.
Again, I'm excited because I can also visualize the results, which is going to give the viewers a different dimension of Sam's work.
On our way home at the end of day 2, we visit the home of curator Julia Charlton. She's getting dinner ready with an early guest, John Stremlau. We ask both of them about their passion for Sam's art.
You know, I've worked in public art museums for 20 years. Can you believe it? Since 1987, when I started at UNISA. And since then...
You started as a teenager.
Since then, he's been one of the most consistent of South Africa's contemporary artists, working very steadily and continuously producing really good work. And so wherever I've moved, from UNISA to Johannesburg Art Gallery to Wits, he's played a role. You know, his voice has been very present during all of that time.
He exemplifies the better side of South Africa's nature, and I learned so much from him about how South Africa works and how there is a better side of the South African spirit that is universal, and that's what the Sam Nhlengethwa message is, really. I mean, the point about South Africa is that, you know, for better or for worse, it is the microcosm of the world. The inequities in the society, the tensions and the issues that divide and strengthen the society, the need for rule of law, these are all global issues on a human scale that you can feel, it's real, and so that if the artists are struggling with those, they should have a much wider appeal, and I think they do.
It's day 3, and we find an eager Dave waiting outside the bag factory.
Today's day 3, Dave?
Yep, today's day 3. Good morning, sir. I know Barry Herzog was out this morning. Stop watching me!
Like a prison warder with all these keys in it. Okay. Duck, 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 duck. Okay. More light in the studio.
Merci. What do you want from me? What do you want?
They want your blood, Dave.
No, I think they want your blood more, Sam.
I don't have any at the moment.
In the Victorian times, people used to believe that photos stole your soul.
Photos?
Photos stole your soul. So imagine what this camera is doing to us.
Wow.
It's stealing our soul 25 times every second.
We'll reclaim it.
When you watch the show. Running away, running away.
Sam's completed the piano. It's been animated. And now it's time to move on to collaging the percussionist.
Are these the copies you made?
These are the copies I've made. If you're gonna do a new medium, you're not sure whether you'll do the right thing. But I can see I'm on the right track, especially with the professor next to me. I can't go wrong.
Wow, these are gorgeous images. You know, it'd be cool if you use this eye for blinking. That's quite a nice hand for the beating of the drum.
Yeah, even this one, I like this one, because sometimes when boom, they do that, We've got plenty hands. And then we've got this.
Oh, that's nice. It's actually very nice for a change of perspective.
We've got this one here. So where do you want us to start? With the face?
Yeah.
Do you like this face?
I love it. I absolutely love that shape. Here's Jacob. He's not looking happy. I think he's in court.
Msholozi will sue us for playing around his face. I need my instruments. It can be our bass. We can play around it. We'll see.
It's really awesome. I love the way how Sam breaks with fragmented pieces of imagery. It's like the jazz music. It's like the notes that are slightly out of place. It's like the timing of the animation that's displaced. You know, the steps between each frame. So it's like everything's just coming together beautifully. Yeah, that's good.
Good, good. So should I go and take my chances there?
Okay.
And see if we could get
some paper.
Some paper for the drums. This color here for the percussion.
For the drums?
Yeah, mix this and that. So we're gonna use this for his clothing.
Oh, this is from the 80s.
The 80s?
The billboards, yeah, from the 1980s.
Yeah.
It looks very retro.
We've got our material.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think this is a perfect color for the drums. Then I can sort of like play around different tones whilst it's there. And then we've got the skin tone for the top. So what do we do now?
We create the figure over here, and then we do a build of you building him on the canvas. So we follow the storyline of you building things, and as you build them, they come to life.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do is, while you're doing that, is I'm going to film it on the stills camera as part of the animation.
Okay. Okay, so do we get a sense of what I'm trying to do here?
Yep. It's mass time on Friday afternoon. It's beautiful, it's sunny. We've taken a break. We've shot about 200 frames today, which is a couple of seconds of footage. And yeah, it's going well.
As you know, most of the time performers on stage, they have spotlights, and my drummer, percussionist, if you can call it, he's taking solo, so the whole focus is on him. So I need to sort of like make him a shining star with the light. That's what we're gonna get. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling like Obama. I'm like a new president. We're working, and then there's fun in it. So we're not sort of like sitting with suits and ties and being serious, you know. We just like jump a bit, you know.
Getting our hands a bit dirty.
Do our hands a bit dirty.
And it's
talk off track.
And it's good to have similar tastes of humor.
Well, sometimes I wish if we talk, I can say to the camera, cut.
You can.
Oh. Do they listen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cut.
So we cut and head off to see jazz supremo Sam Nhlengethwa, whose music is going to play a vital role in bringing Sam's animation to life. We begin by asking him how he met Sam.
This is 1992. It's around the time I came to Johannesburg, 91. Sam used to frequent our gigs at Kippies. This was at Kippies. He made this drawing at Kippies. I remember I was sitting at the front table. We were quartet, myself, Lulu Gonzana, Andy Leanan, and Happy Swahili. Sam is highly respected, you know, in the community of artists, musicians, you know. His work does articulate, you know, this jazz sensibility that we're dealing with in our improvised art forms. He seems to go deep and get inside the art of improvisation. As a musician, I hear the sound, I strike it, then I hear it. As one dimension. But now, painters have allowed me to see the sound. That's another dimension, when you begin to see the sound. So, interacting with people like Sam, especially Sam, I've been seeing his work, color, line, texture, you know, helps to open up these faculties now, or my intuitive faculties, that I don't remain one-dimensional. Ear, and I can begin to see the sound.
It's day 4. It's a Saturday, and we've heard how much Sam likes sleeping in on weekends. So we head out to his home bright and early to make sure he doesn't miss an important day in the challenge. We find his wife, Baleseng, making breakfast and ask her about her husband's passion for jazz, vintage furniture, and South African art.
I'm preparing breakfast. Just light, very light breakfast. Because we hardly have like full breakfast. We like just having cereals, especially.
Rory, do you like entertainment? Do you have guests often?
Yeah, we have a lot of guests. A month doesn't go by without us having guests in the house. And every year, Sam has like a jazz session. We have a jazz session on the 24th of December. And that's when we have big groups. Like sometimes we have between 100 and 150, and I do the catering. He's a member of a jazz group. So those people would also come, but we also have friends and families. We have quite a lot of music. I don't know if you saw the music that he has. I'll show you. Yes, these are all his vinyls. Because of the vinyls that he's got, he's into antique stuff, as you can see the furniture here and the radio here. I think it dates back to the 50s. So we don't use it like all the time. That's why we try and keep it covered, you know. Sam being an artist, yes, he's also a collector. Yes. We buy from the galleries. If there is something that we like, then we buy. And I like it that way because then you don't sit with one artist in your house, you know. Your walls have different kinds of artists. So we have actually quite a lot. As you can see, there's everything on the wall, but there's also some more here. I'll show you. And here, all these were on the walls at some stage. Sam is very artistic. When I talk to people, I usually tell them he's very right-brained. And then he will put like stuff on the wall. And then after some time, he will tell you, no, I'm changing this. I'm taking this to that. And, you know, I'm putting the others in the cupboard. I said, but why? Because these were nice. He says, no, because I can't see them anymore. When you walk into the room, you are used to this being here, so you can't even see the artwork anymore. So the room has got to get a fresh feeling. And if everything goes well, we are in the process of trying to build a studio and a gallery. The thing with Sam is that if he does something, and then somebody comes and then they say, oh, this is nice, oh, we love this, can't you sell it to us? And then he says no, and then they push him, please. He says no, please. And he ends up, oh, okay, just take it.
Hello, we're busy gossiping about you. You don't look like you're on your way to studio. Are you on your way to studio?
Yes, but I'm short of some material. I thought I need to start off at Hedwig's.
How's the animation going? I believe yesterday went very well.
Yeah. We also had put the lights on the left of the musician, and then he played more with his hands, and he said he wanted to do something about his body. And I think we're introducing another percussion on his left. He said he might come with an idea of sort of like the piano spitting out the percussion. Little offense. She's another artist in the house.
I believe so. I saw her work.
Well, one day she said she'll beat me. She says she wants to be the top artist. We'll see to that. Good luck.
I'll beat you.
So it's back to the studio in Fordsburg, where Dave is catching up on some sleep. He's a little worried about how much still needs to be done to finish the animation.
Hello. Yeah, sorry. It's quite early Saturday morning. It's about 10 o'clock. I didn't get much sleep last night. My fantastic doctor took me off my sleeping medication, and now I am not sleeping, so that's always fun. So we've got a lot to do today. I'm a little bit worried and I haven't slept, but I'm sure we'll do fine and everything will work out.
Normally, this time in the mornings, Saturdays, I have a choice to come to the studio or not, but today, you know, I was just lying on my pillow and I was so tired, but I couldn't kick anyone or hit anyone. And then I kicked the pillow and then straight to the shower.
I'll be fine. I'll be good.
I expect that young Dave to give me hell.
Our plan for the day is we're going to do the drumming, the animation of the different elements of the animation coming alive. So that would be the drummer drumming, the piano doing a little animation while he's drumming, and the microphone also doing a little dance. And then each one of those I want to cut close-ups of.
He's very easy to work with, and I've learned a lot. And I enjoyed doing the animation because before I think I wasn't sure whether I belong to this or not. But he's very easy. And I like to work with very easy people. Maybe sometimes I'm fortunate to work with people because he reminds me of Mark Edward. Mark is such an easy person to work with. So is Dave. So we worked very well together. Played with some hands, the head, and did several shots on it.
Okay, cool. It's nice. It's really nice.
Okay.
And we're done.
While Sam and Dave take a much-needed break, we head off to see friend and fellow art collector, Oupa Morare. We ask him about Sam's art and how his own art collection has grown through a friendship with Sam.
The collaboration that Sam did with Zweletu.
Yes.
And it's my favorite, you know. And I like Sam so much. And one thing about Sam, he's a very adaptable type of person. Yeah. And the meaning of Nhlengethwa, it means dolphin in English. And as you know, a dolphin is a fish that breathes air, it has lungs. And it's a transition, you know. Sam is able to take somebody's work, adapt it, and without killing it, it remains Zweletu's work, but it has the quality of Sam. And that's what is so great about him. I met him about 10 years ago.
Yes.
I have been a collector for the past 20 years. And needless to say that the collection that I had 10 years before I met Sam, it no longer exists now. And you know, slowly but surely, he convinced me, oh, I get rid of this, you know, this and that, you know, and I'm a proud owner of some of Sam's best collections. And I thought, yeah, yeah, he has opened my eyes towards, you know, contemporary South African artworks, and I'm very happy.
At the end of the day, we check in with a more upbeat Dave and ask him about the progress of the animation.
It's Saturday night, about 7 o'clock. We've gone through a lot of work today. I'm very excited. The stuff is looking amazing. It's more than I was hoping to get earlier. So I'm ecstatic, I'm thrilled, I'm full of delight and wonder. Myself and Sam came up with some amazing creative decisions, so cheers.
It's day 5. We leave Dave to do technical work on the animation and accompany Sam to the Artists' Press in Mpumalanga, where he needs to sign some prints he's made with master printer Mark Atwood for an upcoming exhibition in Cape Town. We arrive to find Mark working with painter Robert Hodgins on a series of monoprints.
Okay, so these will be the artist proofs.
Yeah, if you would sign them AP, 1 out of 3.
We are trying to check which of the 2 we can use for the show, because these were trial proofs. So I brought this one to check with Mark whether the one he has could be slightly better than this. Or...
Because we proofed with the small roller, this one's also got that line down the middle.
Mpumalanga? Best artist in Mpumalanga?
Eastern Free State.
Now come and look at this, Rory. Can you see what's happening? See? It's all the same colour, but there's subtleties now I can build into that and give him fringes and sort of bits of royal thing, and there's that sad little head. It's very nice. Okay, well now go on with Tom Cruise and let me think about this, because I really have to think.
In the afternoon, we head back to Johannesburg and go straight to the studio where Sam has to finish the animation with Dave.
I was a little bit down today.
Why?
I ran out of steam, and I think now one has reached the part where fatigue is taking over, because it's been very hectic for some time, trying to push for my show and with our television schedule, so it's been very hectic.
How's it been going with Dave today?
Dave has been very quietly sorting out his problems at the corner there. And earlier on we didn't have some internet, but later it was back, and then Dave continued with his editing process. So we are there. We are getting there.
What I'm doing is I'm grading the shots, and there was a little bit of camera flicker from the camera, so I have to go through it frame by frame and take out the flicker. See how it goes dark there, and now it goes light, then dark, then light. So what I'm doing is I'm fixing it up so it doesn't flicker as much. Yeah, I've pretty much finished the cut. What I need to do is I just need to sit with Sam and select a piece of music that fits with the cut from his song. We have made the selection. It's just we need to, the selection is 6 minutes. We need to find 2 minutes of that piece to use.
And the music goes well, eh? With it, yeah?
It's a lovely track.
Yeah. Thanks to Zane.
It really shows you how much work goes into this, huh? So done so far.
Yeah. It's looking good.
Yes,
I like the close shot where you see the hands, like, wow, well done.
Have you thought of a title yet for it? Percussionist, awesome. Are you the percussionist, or is he the percussionist?
Kukude pofo lindawo yamageza. Kukude pofo lindawo yamageza. Kukude pofo lindawo yamageza. Kumnandi kuloma lindawo yamageza. Kumnandi kuloma lindawo yamageza. Kumnandi kuloma lindawo yamageza. Kukude pofo lindawo yamageza. Icinge pofo lindawo yamageza.
When an artist puts a work on public display in a gallery or museum, it invites comments and criticism from anyone who sees it. We screened Sam's work at a new Metro cinema and asked 3 well-respected critics and curators what they thought about The Percussionist. Sam, with David, watched from another room.
No, well, I enjoyed that. I thought that was very interesting, an interesting way of extending the kind of collage technique that Sam uses, because if it's made of those, things being constituted, reconstituted, stuck together, pulled apart, it seems to lend itself very easily to this kind of thing, which is a series of still photographs.
I think there's also a very nice parallel that happens between the idea of collage and the percussionist, him or herself.
Yeah.
So that, in essence, the ambient sound or the environment that's created through the percussionist is echoed by Sam's collage.
I also thought it quite interesting how in probably the first frame or first few frames, he approaches the piano and that, or approaches the whole scene, and he's like, okay, well, I have to do this. And I think on some level that was an admission on his part to a different medium, to a type of experimentation. Formally, you can see it that way,
What was really nice for me in the 3 minutes that we get is also to experience Sam to a certain degree engaging himself and what he does. Because I think that opens up the possibility for him
as a
to challenge.
Or a performer.
He becomes a performer himself, but I think he steps back and watches his own process. And I think that he's aware of the kind of parallel he's drawing between the percussionist and himself as the artist. And I think that's a nice insight into himself.
I think as an artist, though, if, like you're saying, if he has an opportunity to reflect on this process, but also to reflect on the medium that he's worked in, it is a sign of a development in a new avenue. Like you say, there are great possibilities that come from this.
This work, Sam's work, The Percussionist, is a work of possibility and a work of openness, in the sense that it says, these are the elements in Sam's work, these are ways that can be extended. As a self-contained 3-minute work, it leaves me fascinated by possibility, but also unsatisfied, in the sense that I want more.
With this one, I mean, I can understand when the judges were talking about something like, for them it was not enough. I think, again, it could be people who know how I work, and I really like to sort of like congest the canvas, you know, movement, etc. And there you can see that it's just like a percussionist and a piano. And some of the pieces that I've done in the past of jazz, you'd find a massive orchestra, you know, that fills the whole space. And then sometimes you'll also find an audience being part of the painting. For that one, definitely if we were to sort of like do a piece, a big piece like that, with an audience, with an orchestra, it could have sort of like gave the judges the impact they were sort of like looking for. But again, sometimes they forget that it's not only an orchestra that can sort of like always serve the audience with a performance. Sometimes a person can just go solo. E.g., Abdullah Ibrahim can play solo, Keith Jarrett can play solo. So there, I have a percussionist who is with a piano, that the pianist is taking a break. So the spotlight is on a percussionist. And I can get there, I can understand their point, but point taken. I think at the end of the day, one is happy, I've conquered, and I'm happy to say that I'm putting few details for this, and then it's off to Cape Town, and then my show will be like on.